In our top story this hour, IFP leader Mangosuthu Buthelezi has paid a moving tribute to his late wife, Princess Buthelezi. Princess Buthelezi died this morning at Mahlabathini outside Ulundi after a long illness. She was 89 years old. The IFP leader and the princess had been married for 67 years. In a statement released earlier today, the Buthelezi family thanked supporters, friends and relatives for their support during this difficult time.
Rin Mzila was born and raised in Elof Street Extension in Johannesburg in 1930. She trained as a nurse. In 1949, she met Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. The couple got married in July 1952. They were blessed with 8 children. She is credited for bringing up the children almost alone. This due to her husband's demanding schedule as a politician and the Prime Minister of the AmaZulu monarch and nation.
I thank God for her. I thank her for the love that she gave to me, the love she gave to my children, the way she brought up our children, the way she respected my mother, the way my mother groomed her, because she was just a Johannesburg girl, knew nothing about Zulu culture.
Buthelezi says his wife stood firm during their most challenging times. These include the death of their 5 children, some of whom died of AIDS-related illnesses.
She's strong because if you think of the fact that God had blessed her with 8 children and 5 of them have been buried, we've gone through that together. She has been very strong.
Funeral arrangements have not been announced. Simpiwa Makanya, SABC News, Durban.
And to share more about the late princess, on the line, we're joined by her eldest son, Prince Zuzifa Buthelezi. Prince, a very good afternoon to you, and thank you so much indeed for your time. Firstly, condolences really to you and the entire Buthelezi family. How's the family holding up during this difficult time?
Good afternoon, Palisa, and good afternoon to your listeners. It's very, very difficult for us as a family right now. Yes, my mother has been ill for some time, and but really it has been very difficult. It has been very, very difficult to contend as a family.
Understandably so. And really, one wonders, how is Prince Buthelezi keeping? I mean, the two have been married for over 67 years. This must be very difficult for him as well.
You think how is he holding up?
Yes, your father. I was saying that. Again? Yeah, I was saying how. Yes, because I mean, these are the two people who spent over 67 years together. So this must be quite difficult for him as well.
Yeah, it is extremely difficult. I think much as it is painful for all of us, it is extremely difficult for my father. And we know that what makes it even more sad is the fact that my father, as many will know, was on the brink of retiring. And I mean, there's needless to say, when it comes to that stage in their life, they look forward then to really have that restful time after 67 years of marriage, of really enjoying each other's company, which they never really did have. I don't even know when last my parents went away on a holiday. I can't remember, maybe when we were young. So really, my heart goes out to my father. I know we're also pained, but our hearts go out to him for having lost a companion of 67 years.
Yeah, we can understand. But then, how best do you think your mom would be remembered by the community members, by the family, by the children?
My mother had a very big heart, if I may put it that way. She was all embracing, and she loved the company of people. And my father, what I can say really about my mother is that growing up, because I believe strongly, and I'm a big supporter of all the efforts that are being made to fight abuse to women and children. My mother, I think, showed me and gave me the strength in terms of, and also understanding what a woman goes through and what a role they play in the society. It's not just the bearing of children. So, I mean, if you think of all the 8 children when he brought us all up, and did everything. He couldn't have brought us up better if she tried. So as a family and the support to my father over all these years, I mean, as long as I started being aware growing up what a role she was playing, I really admired her so much as a woman, as a mother, as a wife. And in the community as well, I think some women can attest for themselves how she took this role coming from Johannesburg, knowing nothing about rural KwaZulu, but how she actually, some people came to her for guidance about things of the ways of living in KwaZulu. So really, in a nutshell, my mother was, that's why I'm saying she was all-embracing and a warm, loving lady who will always live in our hearts.
Yeah. Prince, we know, of course, that this only happened this morning. Do you have funeral details as it is now?
As we speak now, Palesa, we do not have. All I can tell you is that it will be this week, but we will advise, because the family has not even met. I mean, having happened some hours ago, the family is going to put their heads together probably later this evening, and I'm sure by tomorrow we'll be able to advise the arrangements.
We know this is the most difficult time, Prince, but thank you so much indeed for speaking to us here on the SABC News, and once again, condolences to the entire family. Prince Zuzifa Buthelezi is the eldest son of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, of course, sharing with us the latest news that the prince's wife is normal. Moving along now.